Hey everybody, we're gonna do a shop update today. Making some changes on a few of my horns. I got some parts that I can work with and a few other things going on, so I'll tell you guys what I kind of got going on here. So I got a bunch of stuff sitting up on the counter, and I'm minus a few horns out there right now. I decided to disassemble my CSX early K5HL and kind of switch that up a little bit since I got some parts in that I was needing for another horn. Um, I'm going to wind up rebuilding my NS8105 Interstate K5HLA hybrid. I really love that horn, so I'm going to end up rebuilding that, but I'm going to build it in a kind of a newer capacity. I ended up getting some of the newer Nathan Air chime back caps, so I'm going to go through some of my bells there. Handful of those are like brand hammer new on the inside, so I'm going to pick what I want, the best of the best, and then we'll rebuild that on the high manifold there. So I'll have that back in the collection, and should be pretty beastly since I'm using the newest parts that I have. It's not going to be a exact replica because it's not going to be era correct anymore, but it's still going to be pretty good representation of the horn. I'm still going to have it in the R23 on the lower part of the manifold, so that way it looks prototypical to the horn. It's just going to be newer parts, and then I'm not going to tell you guys what I have in store for the paint on it, but it's going to look pretty slick, pretty simple and clean, but it'll look really nice. And then, so the bells that I had on the CSX K5HL, these guys right here, I'm turning those into a early 2000s K5LA. So that should sound pretty decent. All the back caps for those bells are currently over here soaking in some paint thinner. We're going to take our brushes there and rub off all that blue paint, so that way they're ready for repaint whenever. Probably going to be quite a while before I get around to painting that particular horn, but at least get some stuff ready for it. So that's going to go on that manifold there. The CSX parts that I got in last week are over here, plus a couple others. The 2-bell, and then the 4A back there. Those are both 80s. They're original CSX parts that I've had. So with the 3, the 5, and the 1, I can do a wide font K5LA hybrid. So that's what we're going to do there. I do have a couple other. I do have a 80s 3A. So if I don't like how it sounds as a K5LA hybrid, we'll probably just turn it into a K5LA. But either way, everything's going to be 80s wide font, all original CSX parts. So, and then I even have all my hardware and all that ready to go. That horn's basically ready to be put together. Just need to pick out diaphragms and cushion rings for it now. And I am going to be using, I'm building this as an early 80s, so even though these bells have the O-ring cutouts on them, we're going to be using the cork gaskets. Kind of go with that early 80s transition era from cork over to O-rings. So that'll be a really nice project. You guys saw the videos on me cleaning up the 5, the 3, and then the 1 in the manifold, so all that should be pretty cool. So that's a horn that you guys will be seeing put together in the future. The early 2000s K5LA should sound really nice. Actually, right now this is set up as it's going to be a hybrid because that's a standard 3-bell. So depending on how that sounds, I'll either keep it a hybrid or just I have a early 2000s 3A that I can throw on there if I don't like how it sounds. But we'll try it. We'll try these two as hybrids first and go from there. And then with all these parts, like I said, I'm going to pick through what I want for the K5 HLA hybrid, and then the other parts will go back to rebuild the raised letter K5LA for that manifold. So a lot of stuff going on, a lot of changes, a couple new things. Getting those back caps was the final step that I needed to rebuild that horn as a newer horn. I liked the first version that I had, but I always wanted to build it as a newer horn, have everything sound a little bit beefier, so that way it'd be a nice complement horn with the Big Blue over there. So there's just a handful of things that I got going on, plus stripping those back caps right now. And then all the bolts and everything are just chilling over here for those horns. And then I got a few cool things that I'll be showing you guys in some future videos, but I'll just show you the parts. I've been working with my good friend Nick here, and he's been experimenting with some 3D printing. So he's been kind of having some fun with 3D printing some horn parts. So first off, we have a shim to take a raised letter 4A to a raised letter standard 4, which is basically just the half step bore. Did a really nice job. I worked with him on the measurements on this, getting that tapered relief into the bell, into the throat of the bell. So we're gonna take one of my 4As, we'll drill some holes in it and try this out. So that's something that you guys will see coming up on future videos. Did a really nice job in making this. It fits really well, fits raised letter and non-raised letter bells, really nice piece. And then he's letting me try one of the shims for a 2-piece 1L to see if it'll give it a deeper sound. So we'll experiment with that. You guys will see that coming up in a future video sometime down the line. We'll figure out what I want to end up doing with it. But he did a really nice job on these, so we'll try that out. And then he's been messing around with 3D printing back caps, which is pretty cool. This one needs a little bit of trimming on the inside right here. As of right now, it sits up just a little bit too high, so we're gonna do a little bit of work to that. But just something to kind of have some fun with. I think this is his second back cap that he's made, and he's made a third one, which is even better than this one. So he's just been kind of having some fun, and I know he's gonna show some stuff on his channel as well. But yeah, so we'll be kind of experimenting with some of this, see if this will hold up to the pressures of a normal back cap, see if it can be tightened down without breaking or anything. So that's going to be fun, experimenting with some of this stuff that he's producing. Pretty cool stuff, and he does a really nice job. Like I said, this is the second run. I've seen pictures of his third run of a back cap, and it's even better. So he's been figuring that out, and then same with his shims. This beautiful shim, really well done, so we'll be trying all that out. So that's just a few things that you guys will be seeing coming up in a few videos. Later on we'll get some of that set up and figure out what I'm going to do as far as that goes. And then so yeah, basically I'm going to be busy this weekend putting some horns together, changing some things around. So we'll have I might do a horn talk this weekend. We'll see. I don't really have too much going on, so I might do a horn talk tomorrow. Not sure which one we might do. We might do 947 right there. We'll see. But yeah, other than that, guys, just a quick shop update. Just kind of some things that I changed. Pretty bad about that. I always change my mind, but also with getting parts, that also kind of changes my mind on what I can do when I have certain parts for certain things. So, and I know I did a horn talk on the low manifold version of the K5LA hybrid. I'll probably do another horn talk after I get it back together on the high manifold, just because it's going to be different bells. I'm building it as 117K horns, so it's going to be really new, and I think I think this one is like 116K. My raised letter, one of my raised letter K5 LAs. So yeah, that horn will be a nice complement one with this one here, since that's not too far off. And of course it's got the newer back caps. We'll do a horn talk on that sometime. And then my anything that I haven't hit so far we'll eventually get to as far as horn talks go. So be looking forward for some of that stuff. Still have a bunch of parts in the closet there that we're going to be messing around with after all this stuff is done. So and I got some more parts coming in and some other stuff, so you guys will be seeing some more good horn builds coming up soon. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for now. Hope you enjoyed the update. Hope you're excited for what I got coming for you guys. And till next time, take care.